Why did the house go to the doctor?
Why?
Because it had a bad case of carpet burn from all the moving in and out. I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that one.
Welcome to the iBuyer experiment, where we explore the cutting-edge technology revolutionizing the way we buy and sell real estate. From virtual tours to AI-powered pricing algorithms, the real estate industry is undergoing a transformation like never before. Join us as we delve into the latest trends and talk to industry experts about the future of buying and selling homes. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer, a seasoned investor, or simply curious about the industry, this show is for you. So sit back, relax, and let's discover how technology is shaping the way we experience real estate. The iBuyer experiment starts now.
See, that's nuts
Cue
to
the
me.
music.
That's like not terribly far. I mean, there's a few
That's
things in
pretty
there,
good.
but as I say, but that's not terribly far off of thing like how you would sound. That's the funny thing.
So on today's episode of the iBuyer experiment, we are going to let Chat GPT dictate the way the conversation goes.
All right. So what's the questions that we're going to ask?
Well, wait, before we delve in, and we're going to talk about ways you can use Chat GPT for your real estate business. Let's kind
Let's
of
set the context, yeah.
let's roundtable how we all think and feel about Chat GPT, because it has definitely taken the world by storm.
Yeah. Keith, you're up first because I know you had some thoughts on this. What do you think of all this AI revolution or the lack of it per what you were sharing?
You show the audience where you put your chip and your
I don't know. That hasn't been fully determined yet.
Just get it.
What do you think, Keith, about the AI?
I mean, it's cool. For some reason, I don't think it's as revolutionary, and I'm not as wowed by everyone else. So, the stuff like this, I think, has existed for a while. Is it cool? Is it more dialed in? Is it more sharp and probably more cutting edge from that perspective? Yeah, but I don't know. I guess maybe since I don't plan on using it at a high level, maybe that's why I'm
There's
not
actually
as excited.
people buying like Jasper, right?
Yep.
People pay for this stuff.
Yep.
And this company comes in and just goes, bam, anyone can use it. Here you go.
I think that's one of the biggest things,
OpenAI.
right? Is the server piece of it, that they're housing all of it. They, as we were just discussing, they went from 0 users to 1 million users in 3 days.
Because I know some people that use Jasper.
Yeah,
Right.
oh yeah.
We know
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of agents that use it, right? They use it for marketing. They use it for
Absolutely.
writing email campaigns.
I
They
like
use it
listing-
for ads,
listings, right? Listing
listing descriptions.
Yep.
Right.
Oh yeah, let's see what kind of a listing description it gives for, let's say, Keith's house, because do you know that it knows about your house?
Okay.
It knows,
Like just
it
say,
knows,
give me a listing description on your
on
house.
address.
Let's see what happens.
Welcome to a beautifully appointed and spacious home nestled in the heart of Chandler, Arizona. This charming property offers the perfect blend of indoor and outdoor activities, or living, with a spacious floor plan and beautifully landscaped backyard. As you enter the home, you'll be greeted by a bright and open foyer with gleaming hardwood floors that flow seamlessly through the main level. The formal living room is the perfect place to entertain guests, with plenty of natural light and a cozy fireplace. Do you have a fireplace, Keith?
Nor does he have wood floors, but
yeah, but the way that it's set up wouldn't quite.
Okay, but
I think that's just off of the previous listing.
it
I don't
probably
know. I don't know, but it
No.
talks about
Dude, but the
your
backyard,
sparkling pool.
yeah.
Do you have
There you
a
go.
Yeah, but
sparkling
you can
pool?
see that in the satellite imagery.
That's the whole point.
Oh,
it's
but it,
picking it exactly.
Like, man, you're just really
Oh,
loving
it's-
this. Elliot's like
screwed up here,
pumped.
though.
It's
It's screwed up
Elliot's
here. Look at
freaking
this.
pumped about
It's
this.
simplifying
this.
things. Absolutely, I'm
Okay, but-
pumped.
Chat GPT
As
made
somebody
an
that has to
error.
create a bunch of content all the time with email campaigns, text message campaigns, yeah, it's writing some really cool, epic stuff.
I think the reason why I get excited about it, like Elliot just mentioned, is we write a lot. And sometimes when you go to write, you're like, oh my goodness, like I just need a little inspiration. And so if
Yes.
you can come in here and you can like key in something and get some inspiration, you're like, oh, that sounds good. I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to take it in that direction.
Absolutely.
I totally agree with that.
But it says
Yeah.
you have a 2-story.
Yeah, it does
doesn't
say
it?
that.
Yeah.
And do you let's see, it does say you have a 3-car garage. Do you have a 3-car garage?
You
No.
don't have
Okay.
any garage space, do you?
So
Yeah,
park
he-
carport.
he built one on.
But they're not. No one would know that.
Yeah.
There would be nowhere on the internet that would even depict So no, it's a
I could
3-car
see-
carport.
I was gonna
so
say
it
I
just made
could
a
see
mistake.
why it thinks that it's a yep. That makes perfect sense.
Okay, so listing descriptions. You can definitely use this for listing descriptions.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could take off of that.
It's going to be, some wrong, but maybe some stuff you can grab. All right, how else can realtors use this in their business?
I think a prospecting or a marketing strategy. It's going to give you best practices right now on how to do certain like email campaigns, right? Like when to drop, when like for example, like running like an 8x8 style campaign.
Okay, so give me
What about a blog?
or a
what-
blog.
How about
That'd be
give me
huge one.
a content schedule
Yep.
for what?
8 emails in 8 weeks to attract home sellers.
All right, here we go. Give me a content schedule for 8 emails in 8 weeks. So week 1, introduction to your real estate services. In this first email, introduce yourself and your real estate services, highlight your experience and expertise. Week 2, talk about the home selling process. Week 3, talk about how to prepare your home for sale. Week 4, determine your home's value. It's going.
Well, and what I love about this though too is you can, after it does this, you can now go in and say, include an email about cash offers, include an email about digital experience.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I
It's
know.
sick.
You know
I
what you
love
also
it.
do? You can cut and paste an article and say, write me a blog about this article.
Yes.
Bam.
Really?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Okay,
could say
so
make
give
it. You could make it.
so-
Say make
So
it
go
fun,
cut and paste an article and say, write me a blog about this article.
or
I'm-
write
Bam.
this article
Shoot, I'm
in
screen
a
recording, so I don't know how.
write this article in a humorous manner. You could, and it'll write it with like all kinds of funny spin to it.
Oh, yeah. You'd have to stop this
Okay, how about
recording.
write me a... I know. How about tell me a funny real estate joke?
I was literally
I know,
about to say
I
that.
know.
I was about. Let's see what it comes up with.
Okay, tell me a funny real estate joke. Why did the house go to the doctor?
Why?
Because it had a bad case of carpet burn from all the moving in and out. I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that one.
Okay, let's go. Tell
I'm
me,
like,
tell
still
me,
funny.
tell me another
That's
real
the
estate
best they
joke.
can come up with.
Hey, if you're enjoying this content, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. We release a new podcast every Tuesday.
Why was the real estate agent always calm? Because they always had a good address.
A
I don't know.
good address.
Good address.
a good address. Okay.
Yeah,
one
that
fell
was a
flat.
meh. All right, so here's my thing on this, right? Like number one, these are like immediate things as far as that goes. I think we're getting closer to where you're going to be able to like Google, for example, right? When they have all of these now, the voice inflections and like there's the I want to like basically the call bots, right? Like call center bots that you can call into now, and they can field virtually any question. They have pauses. They'll go, let me check into that. Right? And you genuinely are not able to tell that it's a bot. I think that before too long, people are going to be taking this type of action with the voice bot and read it and be able to do prospecting, right? Think about being able to call canceleds, expireds, those types of things where now they have the address, they can read it, they'll overcome the objection, they'll set the appointment, and you're leveraging the bot to set appointments for you.
Have you guys seen the AI where it'll take your face, and if you're reading something, I sent it to you. It was a
You did,
video.
yeah.
Can you explain it? You can probably explain it better than I can.
So basically, the AI will take your face as you're talking, and it'll make it look like you're talking to the camera as you're reading.
And
So you could be reading, but then the actual video of the face is looking straight at the camera.
go to
Where did I send it to
Can
you?
you go to another site on there if you're screen recording? Go to thispersondoesnotexist.com and you just refresh, and it creates faces like this.
Yes,
That-
yes.
that one's,
It's just like an endless avatar of
Faces of
deep
people.
fakes.
Yep.
Yeah, I have heard of that.
That's the part that, to Keith's point, that to me does get scary. At what point do you watch something and be like, I don't know if it's real or not, because you're genuinely not going to be able to tell the difference, right? You could run like a
Right.
deep fake like crazy.
It is kind of an interesting thought.
Yep.
And I know Elon Musk said that Chat GPT is scary good.
Yep. Well, the whole singularity, I think we talked about that a couple podcasts ago, the point that technology and AI no longer really counts or needs the human brain to be able to run it, and it just can run itself. And they say that we're already there on a lot of levels.
So here it is right here.
So you can definitely tell that I'm not looking at the camera here. So what's going on here?
You're gonna have to record that and put
Yeah.
that in there, Jay, so they could see that in the
AI
podcast.
and augmented reality for
That's
video
pretty
look.
insane.
And with this technology, I can now read a script without anybody knowing it.
It's
and I know what a
literally
lot of you are
recording his
thinking.
face
Yes, it's
and
true.
recreating
This
his
is him reading,
face.
but
Stop
it's
paying
taking
attention in all of your Zoom
his
meetings.
face to look at the.
It's pretty insane.
So you could be like on a webinar, just like reading something, like.
But he's looking at the making it look like he's not looking at the camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
That would be perfect for a few of our team members.
Okay, so AI is 100% changing the world. Definitely.
All right.
There's,
I'm gonna
there's-
send this to you, Colby, so you can put this in. That's so cool.
It's pretty crazy.
Okay.
All right, how else can we utilize Chat GPT? How about a business plan?
Well, not only that, like, I mean,
Yeah,
think about let's go through just the total daily operations, right? You have a client that needs to do a price reduction, right? And you want to talk to them
Oh,
about
there
a
we
price
go.
reduction.
Okay, so give me
Give me an email
compelling.
asking for a compelling
It's a
email.
script. That's gotta be. That's
Yeah,
gotta be a
you could
phone
say a
call.
script. You could say a script.
Yeah.
Write me a phone
Script, yeah.
script on how to price reduce a property, on how to get the price.
Give me a
price.
compelling script to get a price reduction from a home seller.
So, yeah.
Okay, here's a suggested script you can use to request a price reduction from a home seller. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I want to talk to you today about the pricing of your home. As we've been working together, I've been monitoring the market, and I've noticed that similar homes in your neighborhood have been selling at a lower price point. While I understand that you have sentimental value attached to your home, I want to make sure that it's priced competitively in order to attract the right buyers. I believe that by reducing the price, we'll be able to generate more interest and ultimately sell your home faster. I understand this may not be news you were hoping for, but I want to be honest and transparent with you about what's happening in the market and what I think is best for your home. I want to assure you that I understand your concern and I'm on your side, and I will be working very hard to sell your home in the best conditions. We can still market your home effectively. It's just a question of adjusting the price to the current market. I'd be happy to provide you with comparable sales in the area to show you what other homes are selling for and how that relates to your home's value. My goal is to work with you to get the home sold quickly, and I believe that a price reduction is the best way to do that.
Solid.
Sounds like a
Solid.
script they just pulled off of from KW.
It was handed out in bold.
That's what I meant. I mean,
That's still solid.
I didn't say it wasn't solid. I just said they probably found a script from some real estate company entity on the internet, and
That's not how it
Negotiate.
works.
So what would
That's not how it
impress?
works.
So what would impress you?
It uses
Keith?
all of
You
it.
could do negotiation. I guarantee you could have like a negotiation.
I think this is cool. I'd never heard of it. I don't know. I'm not as
You haven't heard of
reason I'm not
ChatGPT
as
yet? It's
fascinated,
just all
that's
over
all.
the place. That's why I like.
I think it's gonna overcome Google, because you could Google something and it's gonna give you an answer, right? So let's Google something. What do you want to know?
You can't, this does not index Google, and it tells you that. So Colby just informed us that there was some sort of integration with Bing and Chat GPT, and it's going to allow you to do something with images and maybe access to their index of searchable items. And so essentially, it just got smarter. It
Yeah.
got a whole lot smarter.
I don't know as much about this, but there's now you can do like, obviously I know we already did like the image recreation and all of that type of stuff too. So think about it from a marketing standpoint, right? Create obviously you have the copy that it's creating for you. Now it can create a compelling digital asset for a social media ad with this target, this target, this target, this target. Right? And especially now with everything being niched down so much on all of the target audiences, well, now you're going to just trick it because the graphic or the video is going to be compelling to the audience, and it'll stop the scroll anyways.
So are we going to all just start sounding the same if we start all using Chat GPT in our marketing and in our messaging and our email campaigns? Do we all just start sounding like the same person?
I think that's why you have to be able to, like, I want it in a funny tone. I want to add this. I want to add that, right? Like, I think that's why, like, even though it returns it, I've got the best so far from it when like it'll return it, and after about 3 or 4 refinements, then I'm like, yep, that's dialed.
Refinement. So you can do
Interesting.
refinements too.
How do you refine it? I don't know.
Just so, like, once you see that chat, see how it wrote that? Like, tell it, say, write this shorter or make it funny.
I know you might have named your home the Palace of Perfection, but I think it's time we give it a more realistic title, like the Cozy Castle or the Almost Perfect Home, because let's be honest, nobody's perfect, right? I would never send that to a home seller. But I think just interesting for sure. A lot comes up in this. As Keith mentioned, is it just pulling basically Google essentially? You're planning on turning it into an Airbnb for giant squirrels. That's funny.
Wow. Wow. Picked
Sorry,
up another piece.
that caught my eye like mid-sentence. But as Keith pointed out, it could just be taking stuff you can Google and kind of returning that back to you. I think as we talked about, it can all start to sound the same if we're all using it, if you don't know how to refine it and ask it to do it in like a funny tone or something.
Yep.
But definitely a lot of uses for you and your business. And if you struggle with copywriting, this is a great tool for you. It's free and you can just get on here and play around with it. I mean, we thought that it was worthy enough of an entire segment of the iBuyer experiment. When you talk about how technology is changing real estate, I don't think you can ignore AI.
I don't think so either. And I mean, there's a lot of this stuff, right? Like that I watched it was a clip, social clip pulled me into a YouTube, which was like very compelling. It was like a 10-minute video where basically it was saying that a lot of the original thoughts around AI is that it was going to replace a lot of the entry-level jobs, right? Like, basic stuff. But what they're finding is that actually the intelligent is going to produce the more expensive, more creative minds, people that make more money because of the creative copy, the creative vision, like all the social media stuff, the ad sets and all those things that it's able to start creating now. And what they're saying is because of that particular piece, they're actually expecting that it will, some of those more creative minds will be able to go in a different direction and create bigger, better atmospheres, right? It was Hormozy. Now I'm thinking about it, like that was his whole concept and theory on it. And I was just like, huh. So
Good
I don't know.
theory.
Yeah, it's where it's not. I mean, there's a lot of conversation, and I've heard it, from several different sources where they could see this just really impacting jobs, healthcare, entertainment, like literally the entire industry.
So if you're an agent, how can we use this?
Well, we talked about it: listing descriptions, email campaigns, blog posts, video scripts,
Ad copy, video scripts is a huge one.
Yeah.
Blogs,
anything where you need to write. I think anything you just need a little kickstart, a little motivation, a little juice. Something that Jason brought up earlier, may have been when we were off camera, is something like Chat GPT and how it's going to change the world will make the human-to-human relationship even more valuable.
So true.
And so I think that if you are good at relationships, this is excellent news for you because you can leverage something like a Chat GPT to take all of that busy work off your plate, all of that kind of mental, strenuous work, and you can focus on what matters most, and that is connecting human to human, heart to heart. So, hey, with that, I want to say thank you for watching the iBuyer experiment. Thanks for tuning in. If you are on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button, hit the bell, follow us, and anywhere else to give us a review, rate us. We would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for listening.